Hello everyone! Happy Tuesday! I am throwing treats out to Tilly because my husband's not home from work yet, so I'm trying to keep her occupied and out of the kitchen as much as I can. So you'll probably hear her sniffing around. You guys, hello! I'm super excited. I am doing grilled chicken penne. It's not even penne, it's going to be grilled chicken Rutabega al fresco. I have no clue how this is going to taste or turn out. I've never actually done Rutabega noodles before, but we're going to do them tonight. We had Rutabega in our fridge and I wanted to get rid of it, so I figured, why not? Okay, so you guys, when you join me, say hello. I'm going to get us shared into Nikki's party. There it goes again. Why is that auto text there? Driving me nuts. There it is. Oop, there's Tilly. Just, you know, gotta get her stretch on. I don't know why. Hi, you're so famous, dog. Who jumped on? I don't even know if I can see. Oh yeah, there we go. Say hi when you jump on, guys. Okay, so Nikki, we're in, girl. We're in. Okay, I found a little bit of a different spot for you guys, so hopefully you'll be able to see a little bit more. Ready? Go get it. I chopped up her treats as small as I could, so I hope they'll last. So you guys, check this out. Let me turn you around. Look at what I have out here. I have a teeny weeny little kitchen. All of my supplies I have out, everything that I'm planning to use. And look at this. I have all of my prepped containers out already because I prepped it last night, right? Why is this smoky? I really don't like these coil stovetop burners, but anywho, I have like everything prepped already. Really just have to put everything together, and I mean, I'm gonna cut my tomatoes in half, but you super fast. Dinner's gonna be done if you prep ahead. I mean, it's so easy to get everything put together that you need. Okay, let me get you in here and not drop you. Woo, there we go. How's that, you guys? Let me get the rest of my dog treats here. Ready? Like, this is how little I have chopped them up. And they're like super hard bacon flavored. I don't know what they are. But anywho, okay, so I've never done this recipe before. It looks super simple, super delicious. I am using my rock crock, you guys, which is an amazing tool. I was going to figure out how much you guys can get this for in April as a hostess. This is our everyday pan, which is a 2.5 quart. I have been preheating it. I just turned it on a couple minutes ago so it would get heated up. And if you guys know me, I like to add to my recipes. I can never just follow a recipe as it's supposed to be. Look at that smoking. You know why? Because I cleaned all this stuff last night and I'm sure there's stuff burning off the burner. Anyway, I'm doing this recipe on the stovetop because my microwave is literally right here and it just gets to be really loud when, go get it. It gets to be really loud when I have my microwave on when I'm doing my videos. So I'm doing it on the stovetop, but my chicken and everything is already cooked and I'm not even needing to like cook the pasta, which is what the actual recipe calls for. So it's gonna come together in my rock crock in no time. And quite honestly, these things are so amazing. I can start this on my stovetop, and if I decide, you know what, like, that's just taking way too long, I can throw it in my microwave and let it finish cooking in my microwave, and it'll totally be done with, which is awesome. So, that oil that I showed you guys last night, my garlic oil that I have in my fridge all the time, I put a tablespoon of that in here already because we really love garlic. So I figure if there's extra garlic in here, we're not gonna be upset about it. And you know what? I always like to, you know, add stuff to recipes, whatever we think is gonna be good. So I have a jar of sun-dried tomatoes that are in my fridge that were already opened. So I'm gonna put some of those in there. And because we love onions and jalapeno, I'm gonna put onions and jalapeno in here too. So I know this stuff is gonna have to cook first. So I'm going to put this in my pot right away. Again, you guys, prep your onions, keep them in your fridge. If you love jalapenos or whatever other peppers, you can do the same thing. We have this prepped in the fridge all the time, and so all I have to do is scoop out what I want and put it in my pot, and like there's no prep work when you're going to put your meal together because you've already done all of it. Pop it back in my leak-proof container, and it's going to go back in my fridge. So convenient. There it goes. Bye-bye till I need it tomorrow. The other thing I did too is I already measured out my chicken broth and my wine so that I'm ready, and all I have to do is just pour it right in. Because I'm not using noodles like the regular recipe, you would be cooking your pasta in the microwave, and so there's extra chicken broth in the recipe to help you cook your noodles, because the noodles will soak up that chicken broth, right? So I cut back on the chicken broth, but I kept the full amount of wine, of course, because that's going to give it some really awesome flavor too. Salt and pepper everything, of course. Turn my heat up. So basically, once I get my onions and my jalapeno to where I want them, I'm just going to add in everything else, and it's literally going to be done. Like, you guys, seriously, how super amazing and easy is this? So, last night, what we had left of our chicken, there you go, good girl. What we have left of our chicken, I put in another leak-proof glass container. So, there's like a massive, massive chicken breast in here, another smaller one, and then another like teeny-weeny little piece. So, I think I'm just going to use the biggest one. And I'm going to use my salad chopper and chop it up, so I won't have to, well, I guess I already have a knife and a cutting board dirty already, but that's okay. So the other thing I'm going to do right away, again, is get my tomatoes, because it does call for cherry tomatoes, so all I did was just rinse these babies off. I haven't done anything else to them. I'm using our tomato knife, which is a serrated one, of course, super wonderful. And I just want to cut them in half because I don't want, you know, huge tomatoes in there. And then when they're cut in half, it helps them, like, you know, break down and let the juices out of them a little bit quicker too, which is nice because that's really good flavor too. So I think the recipe calls for like 2 cups of cherry tomatoes, and I mean, that's probably going to be about this once they're all sliced. I'm not sure if I'll put all of them in or not, but that's the wonders of cooking. You can add or subtract or use whatever you want in your recipe because it's all about what you like, right? Hi, Julie. What you doing? Hey, what do you decide to make for dinner tonight? I know when I checked this afternoon, you said you didn't have any plans for dinner yet. Try this recipe. You can make the entire thing in your microwave, and if you have your stuff prepped ahead, it'll be done in less than 20 minutes. This recipe tonight's going to be done in less than 20 minutes. But again, because I'm talking and showing you guys stuff, it takes me a little longer, right? So check this out. Here's my rutabaga that I spiralized last night. Now, my rutabaga ended up being super small, like when I cut it into chunks, so it would to get it to fit in my spiralizer. So the ribbons didn't really stay together because, you know, it wasn't all attached. But anyway, it's still super thin. It's going to be really easy. It's going to be really easy to handle, and it's going to cook super fast too. And rutabaga is a root vegetable, so Tilly, what are you doing, girl? Get off. She must think she has a treat on the table. Rutabaga is a root vegetable, so it is a little tougher. Again, I've never spiralized it, so I don't know how long it's going to take to cook, but I'm just going to saute that for like a minute. And then I'm going to get my chicken chopped up because I know I need to get that going. Yeah, she must think she has a treat on the table. That'll be just my luck. She'll jump up there. Still no idea. You know what? Pizza's always a good option for dinner, Julie. What are you looking for, girl? What are you looking for? You think you have a treat up there? Well, we're on the search for something that Tilly's looking for. I'm gonna give her a little chunk of chicken. Come here. Come here. Look at this little nugget. So Julie, are you gonna make pizza or are you gonna order? Come, right here. Yes, good girl. Just like a human, right? Food keeps you happy and occupied. My husband's probably not going to be super excited that there's not real pasta in here. But you guys, veggie noodles are such a great substitute for regular pasta. Obviously, it's healthier. And a lot of times, quite honestly, if you use the right veggie, you don't even notice that it's not there, which is awesome. So that's going. Let's get a bunch of tomatoes in here. Again, you guys remember this would be in the microwave if you were following the exact recipe. So right now, and if you didn't have like anything else prepped, you could honestly, you know, I don't know what you could do right now. You could be grating your cheese for the recipe right now. Tombstone. Tombstone's a winner. It's always nice to have a frozen pizza or two in your freezer for when you need it. Homemade pizza's delicious, but that still requires some prep work, right? This Rutabega is even getting like some nice color on it too. You guys probably can't see it the greatest from there, but I think this is going to be delicious. Okay, the recipe calls for 4 cloves of garlic, which again I already have a little bit in there. But we love it, and so I'm going to add a little bit more in. What a spoiled girl. She's getting chunks of chicken. For those of you who haven't seen our garlic press, this is it. It's really wonderful. You put your entire clove, which is just one piece from the whole bulb. You put it in the basket. You don't even have to take the skin off. And you just press it, which is so slick. You don't even have to touch the garlic if you don't want to. Honestly, you don't even have to touch the skin if you don't want to. There's a really cool little tool that comes with it, and it'll like pop your skin out of the basket for you. But ours accidentally took a trip down the garbage disposal and went for a little ride. So we don't have one right now, but it's okay. I'm literally just using my scraper to rub it off on the bottom. And look at how the skin comes out, super slick. If you guys love fresh garlic, I would definitely recommend this garlic press. I mean, I don't mind like chopping or mincing garlic, but it is kind of annoying like how sticky your hands get when you're doing it. So that's one thing I don't necessarily enjoy with it. And I know you guys can't smell this either, but holy smokes, this smells amazing already. And I'm thinking that's from the tomatoes that I have in here. All those juices are coming out, and they're starting to like pop open a little bit more. Ooh, that one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So, yummy, yummy, yummy. Can you guys see all the steam coming off of this? Julie, if the kids like pasta, you guys should definitely give this a try. This is going to be a winner. You guys have the deep covered baker. That's what you would be making this in. Now these guys, I'm going to chop. But you know what? Watch this, you guys, because I'm going to put my chicken in too. And I'm just going to put those right in there because I'm going to use my salad chopper. See the blades on that, baby? I'm going to use a salad chopper and just pick them up and dice these right in here. Now, be careful if you're using this thing. Like, I would not recommend using the salad chopper, you know, like in a regular pan or anything else because there's blades on here, so obviously it'll scratch your pans. But there is like a protective side, this side, the other side, which is not sharp at all. So take it. There you go. What else am I going to do? Oh yeah, my chicken, you guys. So I'll show you how nice this works for the chicken too. And I'm going to do, well, I'll do this one. This one's a good size. So, Julie, can you see my chicken over here? The one that's not Tilly's? Oh yeah, you guys can see it on there. Okay. So this is all I'm going to do. And actually, let's put a little of the liquid in. I'm still not sure if I'm going to use all of it just because, again, I don't actually have, you know, pasta that needs to have it to cook, basically. So we'll just do a little bit, see how that looks once I get my chicken ready. And then if I want to add more in, I can add more in. So besides chopping up my chicken, the only other thing I need to do is grate my cheese and I'll be done. I do have some basil and some herbs I'm going to use. You guys see that? Look at it, just like literally cuts it. And I mean, it's called a salad chopper because it's really nice for like lettuce and stuff too, but ooh, some of it fell off and Tilly could not be more excited. So I'm just going to chop it right over. This thing's like really nice, again, for like pulled chicken, pulled pork, anything like that. Like if you're doing it in your rock crock in the slow cooker stand, you can just put this thing right in there like I did with the cherry tomatoes, or not the tomatoes, with the sun-dried tomatoes. And just literally chop it. Like you don't have to dirty anything else. And be careful with your fingers too, you guys. Like this really is sharp. But it's pretty slick. So if you didn't want to be touching everything like I am, you wouldn't have to be. But, you know, you get a little dirty in the kitchen. That's okay. And why is this so quick right now? Because my chicken's already cooked from last night, right? You guys can do this with whatever. Pork would be something that would be really easy to prep ahead like that. I don't know about seafood. I don't eat a ton of seafood myself. There you go, monkey. I have like a Julie. Yes, that's awesome. Yummy. So I have a little like scratch on my phone on the bottom left corner. Not even a scratch, it's a crack from when I dropped it one time on the ground. I think it like hit a rock and cracked open. There's like this really, it's like this big, like a little black, gosh, this smells delicious. Like a little black line, or like a black ink blob, it kind of looks like, that's on there. And it doesn't go away, and so I can't see what's behind it. I just wanted to test that Rutabega to make sure it's cooking. Hey Amanda, how are you? What you doing? I always have fresh Parmesan on hand because it's delicious. And if you have our grater, it's really easy to use. Done with the salad chopper. The salad chopper is dishwasher safe if you guys are into that. This is our microplane coarse adjustable grater. Looks yummy, but I'm not as ambitious as you are. Julie, that's okay. You make whatever floats your boat, right? But you pick one day a week, do all your prep work, and you can have this done in no time. Like, literally. It's taking me not even 20 minutes again. So it's adjustable. You can push in, and you can like set it up as a little stand, which is what I like to do. And just grate your cheese on it. I'll do it this way so you guys can maybe see better. So this is why like buying fresh cheese or blocks of cheese is really convenient with this, because this you can slice and dice very quickly. Also, it is cheaper to buy blocks of cheese compared to the pre-shredded stuff. So you're getting more bang for your buck there. But the other nice thing is, if you guys notice, like bagged Tilly off. She still thinks something is on that table and I don't know what it is. The bagged, like pre-shredded cheese that you buy, next time you guys buy it, well actually don't buy it. But if you are gonna buy it, look at it. When you take it out of the bag, there's like a white, like powdery, like substance that's on it. And I don't remember what it's called, but that is to like make sure that it doesn't like stick together in the bag. And it's totally a chemical. Like, you know, I don't know what it is. But anyway, you taste the difference. You can definitely tell that the cheese that you're shredding at home tastes better. I also like Parmesan because I like to save the rind, which is this darker part on the bottom. I love, love, love to save that when all my cheese is gone off of it. And I'll add it in, like here it would be really good in there actually. You can add it into whatever soups you want. You could add it into, you know, like spaghetti sauce if you're making your own spaghetti sauce. And it's just a really, really great, rich flavor. So I'm not exactly sure how much cheese, but you know what? You really can never have enough cheese. I'm going to turn the temp down on that. And the last thing I need to do, you guys, and this is literally done, is I'm just going to chop up my basil and my parsley. The recipe does not call for parsley, but I have a fresh basil plant and it's still like a wee little baby. And so I don't want to pull all of my leaves off of it because that could prevent it from growing. Julie, I should buy stock and shredded cheese. Yes, I know. Shredded cheese is super convenient. If you get one of these adjustable graters, I bet your kids would have a ball grating it themselves. They could do competitions because you can buy a huge block, which would be even cheaper. Buy a huge block and just grate all of it at one time. Keep it in a Ziploc baggie in your fridge and then you have it for when you need it. Have your kids do a competition and see who can grate the fastest. How's that sound? Oh yeah, this is cooked down really nicely too. Yum. It's like perfectly like tender. I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. You guys, if you use a lot of fresh herbs, we do have an herb mill, which is super slick. It's like a container that has a little like, I don't even know what it is because it's not like super sharp, but it is like gears and like works together to break up your herbs for you, and it doesn't damage them and like, you know, turn them brown or whatever. And whatever you have left over, you can actually store in your fridge too, right in the same container, which is pretty cool. So again, I am just substituting some of my basil with parsley because it's still a lovely, lovely fresh flavor. I already had some in the fridge. And again, I don't want to kill off my basil plant. So, you guys, I think this is all I'm going to add. This looks super amazing. I'm going to give it one more taste once I get off with you guys, but just to check for like salt and pepper, but I think I'm going to be done with this because it looks wonderful. My rutabaga is cooked. Yum. And of course, because it's cheese, here I'll show this to you guys. Because it's cheese, I'm going to grate a little bit more. I'm trying to do this one-handed because my left hand is like greasy and dirty right now. Sorry you guys, there we go. Yay! Look at this. How delicious does that look, you guys? And I mean, from far away, the rutabaga, you know, kind of looks like weird shaped noodles, right? So maybe John would even be able to tell. I'm just kidding. He'll know for sure. That means they would have to spend time together. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I always forget about like how kids are kids. You know, they'd maybe enjoy it. Tell them they can get a free caribou, the winner. Oh my gosh. You guys, that's delicious. I just tried another piece of rutabaga. Look at how yummy that is. It literally took no time. Again, this would take me less than 20 minutes if I wasn't talking to you guys. Seriously. Oh, seriously. Do a little prep work one day a week whenever you have time. Even if it's just your protein, you guys. And wow. This meal is delicious. I kind of wish I had some real pasta in it, but holy smokes. This is so good, you guys. For those of you who aren't in Nikki's party right now, I'll share the recipe. If you're joining from my business page, if you guys watch later, go ahead and comment if you have questions or comment on anything, you guys. If you want your friends to see, go ahead and feel free to share the video. Then that way they can get the yummy, yummy recipe too. So I'm going to leave you guys. I'm all done. Dinner is served. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll touch base with y'all later.